Hello, hello, and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Hope you're all doing well. It's Thursday, but it's Friday, basically. It's been a week. It's been a week, but I hope you guys are doing well. I haven't loaded up Unreal yet. Hello, guys. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. You know, it's I have tomorrow off, so which is good. I'm a little jealous that the US has tomorrow off as well. I'm not gonna lie. And I mean jealous and not envious. Because they're getting the US is getting it, and our company's getting a Canadian holiday. Just extra one. So it's like, okay, well, they're gonna have 2 extra days off. It's like, oh, you have Friday and Monday off. Oh, lucky you. Man, I'm getting sore throat. It'd be a shame if I got if I got sick on Monday, huh? That's an important call on Monday. I should be there for it. I should be there for it. But otherwise, same old. Same old. Plans for today? Start the spider. Start the spider. What, 7-step spider combat system thing, job, yes, all that. Which is really 4, but there's like in between, so you have 7 phases for their first boss, which I think is pretty cool. Basically. But first we need to work on getting the boss moving, like, in a way that makes sense. So we start with that. And then we implement the phases, the phase system, and how we're going to be updating that. And then what I see, maybe it'll be better if instead of phases, I do multiple subtrees and theoretically swap them out at runtime. We'll try things out. We'll try things out. We'll see how it goes. You know, I have ideas. They're not fleshed out, but you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what I break. Main thing, we're dealing with a spider today. Look at this cute little boy. And ain't he just the cutest? Look at him. Okay. I can close all of you. I want Spider. And I want Stage Tree of Spider. Sure, whatever floats your boat. I mean, water typically floats my boats. Yeah. Because of its buoyancy, right? It's great. It floats on top of the water. Which is also the same word, by the way, that means floating up in the air. Why is it the same word? One is clearly effectively touching physical things, and one is not touching anything. Language. That's not the point. That's not the point for today. Okay. So, let's see what we have the, how is the spider moving right now? Also, I think, a couple of things I want to change. I want to fix the, arrow. And I also want to potentially change the arrow size. Or be able to change the arrow size. So let's take care of a few things. We'll start with the arrow. And go from there. Right? So immediately, I've said what I wanted to do during the stream, and as you can tell, we are already not doing that. We're doing something else now. As normal. Because I think I want to scale the on X as well, which is the depth. But I want to scale by the actor transfer. Oh, yes, it's already scaled in the actor transfer. I just want to make it bigger, I guess. So you know what? Let's just make the arrow bigger by default. You're proud of me. Why are you proud of me? There we go. See that now? Now it's a better thing. But I do want to be able to control the width of it. So let's make some changes. In this, I believe it's Y that is the control for that. So if I was to, let's say, multiply by 2. "13 minutes in and you're already getting sidetracked?" Please, I got sidetracked much faster than that. Let's be realistic here. Yeah, that makes it thicker. It does make the tip of the arrow look weird. So instead, of this, I need to be scaling all of it, but then adjusting the distance. So we know just the length of it. Okay, so if, for example, let's test something. If I multiply, right, that's not. If I multiply all of these by 2, open light. And then I divide this by 2. Because it should be twice as long, but then half. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay. So why is the... Not quite there. Okay, we need to think about this. I forgot to do something. I will be right back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I forgot I need to call someone after work. And I didn't. But now I did. Look, I got distracted with Belotro, okay? I loaded up Belotro instead of calling someone, and then I forgot because I was playing Belotro, okay? I'll admit it. But I'm on a good run right now. I stopped mid run during this before the start of the stream that I might finally finish the last the last challenge, which is the Jokerless one. That's okay. We're back. So why? We're scaling everything by 2. But why does it dividing them the range by 2 here is not working? Theoretically, if I oh, okay. So what's happening is I see what's happening. The decal is getting bigger everywhere, including the length, but I don't want to do the length. In that case, I want the length as is. Is what? Oh, the length is Z because decals. There we go. Okay. So now we have a thicker one. That's the trick. So now if I did promote this to a variable, and this is going to be arrow thickness. Get 1 by default. That in there as well. So theoretically now, it's back to normal, yes. So what we should be able to do is make a new variable here. Arrow thickness. Type float. Default 1. Let's do, let's actually rename it to old arrow thickness. Or really hold attack arrow width. It's not really thickness, it's width. Let's move it up. Yeah, right there is good. And the hold attack, we will plug it in right here. Hold it. A tackle. Wait. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm like, it's not spelled incorrectly. Oh, no, I'm just looking at the wrong one entirely. There you go. Okay, so now on the spider, okay. Compile. Oh yeah, there it is. I can make this like 4. And then we can take a look. Oh, look at that. Now we just get a thick boy. Which is, you know, considering the size of the spider, you know, and the size of the attack, fits better, I think. Okay, let's tweak the movement though. So first of all, for the chasing, I don't want to dash. Oh, actually, the dash might not. Hold on, if I did dash, add 1 and no run, so it only dashes. Is he gonna jump at me? Yeah, he does a little jump thing. Okay. You know what? That's fine. The only thing I want to check though is this dash to player. Yeah, why is the dash distance not exposed here? Dash weight, dash to player, run weight. No. We're gonna need more variables. Dash distance. Have it be what it is by default, so nothing gets messed up. And we'll do the dash time to target. And then we'll move this one down. Actually, we'll move it up. Of the run first, and then all the dash stuff. I wish I could just drag these. Alas, that is not the case. Okay. So now, there we go. And exposed. So now we can do a leap, let's for 1,000 units away. Oh, there we go. Dash. Dash. A dash, it's really like a leap. I don't know. We gotta increase the chance of that. We gotta increase the chance of that. That was great. 1 for 1. 50-50. Yes. Okay. It's a little odd when it leaps like into range and then just stops because but no, that's better. I think that's better. Now we're getting to a little more of an aggressive little spider boy here. Why he do that? Why he not attack in range of the arrow there? What happened there? Sometimes there's problems. Okay. I think we're good. Yeah. Can I stand like on the red line? Okay. Well, how did he? Okay, he hit me on the red line. He hit me as he was going. Wait, he hit me because I was just in the red. Let me see. Because I feel like I need to make it less wide. Yeah, because he doesn't hit me there. We haven't fixed your after damage taken stuff. I know. So let's do 3 wide instead. Yeah, 3 wide's fine. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Okay, so a couple of like, what happened? Like, what's going on there? Oh, is it because is he like mid jump? And then he go. Oh, okay. I think I understand what's happening. He is mid jump, gets into combat range, and happens to choose the attack, and then finishes the attack, and then does the finishes the jump, and then does the attack as of delay. Yeah, we need to fix that for everyone. We could check that they're on the ground. We could check that to enter combat, we can make sure that they're on the ground. So enter condition. Can we just do it from here? Can we say actor? Character movement. Why do I not see it here? It should be under character movement. Like moving on ground. Why is it not here? If I go here and I do character movement. Oh, it's a function. For the... That's why. It's not a variable and I can only get it from the variable. Okay, so in that case, what we need to do is make a new condition. Okay. Conditions. Moving on ground. The enemy. Context. The sun is coming out. Get character movement. Moving on ground. That's all we need. Plug that through. And then we can do is moving on ground. I don't have an invert on this. So let's add an invert. Such a sunny day, and it is your worst day because it's sun? Yes, I know. It's horrible. Thank you for understanding. The most sunny day of your life? Thankfully not. Thankfully not. So it could be worse, I guess. Oh, it's the lyrics of a song. I mean, look, I don't listen to music. Instead of sunny, it's lonely. Most lonely day of your life? You don't know that one either. Look, I don't watch TV shows. I don't watch movies. I don't listen to music. I don't know pop culture. I'm bad at reading people.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Socially awkward. I'm a streamer, right? I'm pretty sure that's like requirements. Some of them are requirements to be a streamer. You know all that? I know you do. One, I don't hide it. Two, it's quite obvious. Just pray for you not to be an incel. I am not an incel. If I recall, incel is when guys think that girls refuse to be with them or something? No. What's incel? Forget that. Consider themselves unable to attract women sexually. What? Go to the gym and work out. You'll be able to attract them sexually. I know this is not a physique that women want, but I'm not blaming that on anything. That's like, okay, I need to work out and, you know, lose some weight. It's like ain't a secret. Wow, I know, crazy. I never understood the whole incel thing. I never looked into it too much. There goes the ads. Yeah. They hate women? That's not what the definition said, unless I stopped reading too early. Typically associated with views that are hostile towards women and men who are sexually active. That's just called jealousy. Right? I'm assuming that's basically just jealousy. That's so stupid. So they hate just most of the world, right? Because the majority of the world... Yeah, that's on me. I was nice to you? How come you don't want to sleep with me? Yeah, that's just stupid. Being nice is not like oh my god, that's amazing. Being nice is the bare minimum you need to do to be like a decent person. And if you want to be get in a relationship, that is the bare minimum you should be doing, is being nice. If you're an asshole, no one wants to be with you anyway. Yeah, yeah, absolutely not for me. Nope. So don't worry. Did I not? Oh, I didn't make it exposed. There we go. So now we have an invert option. So we can check if it's moving on ground. If not, we'll need to set this up on every. We'll need to add this to every single other. Ooh. Okay, why? Transition back to, root on failed. Was that the problem? I need you to jump and then attack me. Or jump and then... Is moving on ground just not succeeding? True. False. So if it's false, why is it not trying again? If it is, you know what we can do? If it is false, I can add a new state. Let's add a sibling state. Let's just wait. And all it's going to do is add a delay of like half a second. And on failed, it will go to the wait. Fine, I'm not going to put it... I'll put it here. So it won't give me the warning. Jump at me! Jump into combat! Oh, that was good. Was that good? I mean, it seemed good. Like, that seems good. Like, that seems like it's working. Jumped into, like, combat range. I think that fixed it. Wait after, dashing into combat. That does mean that I need to now add this to everything. Oh, yay. Okay, let's add this to let's add this to everything. I'm starting to feel the problem of having separate ones for everything, but I would have separate behavior trees for everything anyway. So it's not like I'd be. It's fine. Hey, Madman, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Control Shift V. Found the hotkey. Control Shift V. Yeah, hotkey to the rescue. Hotkey to the rescue. It's 4 a.m. Yeah, go to bed. Get some sleep. Get some rest. Ain't something but. Sleepy time, best time. We're getting a police force floating car for your game. You mean flying car? I mean, sounds cool either way. Have a good one. Maybe he means literally floating car. He put some balloons on the car. Again, Fifth Element. Now, I saw Fifth Element decades ago, or however long ago movie came out. If you expect me to remember what the cars were in that movie, man, I got some bad news for you. Like a hover car. There's with a hover car and a flying car. They move more like a drone than a plane. Yeah, but isn't that just all falls under flying car? If the car moves in the air, it's a flying car. The details after that is details. Ad is moving on ground and failed. So this one. Be on ground. Paste. I wish it would the copy paste would work if it's named the same. It would know which one to go to, but I guess you can name things multiple nodes the same thing. So I get it. Why it can't? But also, why does state tree statistics open by default here? I don't care about this by default. I want asset details by default. Love 6 degrees of movement. What? You have trouble marrying third-person car movement with shooting from a guns attached to cars. Six degrees of movement? So, like, Like in a very narrow, you can move like very little within 6 degrees. I have a feeling this is not a technical 6 degrees, 6 axis, but there's only 3 axes, X, Y, and Z. You guys are losing me. What do you mean 6? You have trouble marrying third-person car movement with shooting from a guns attached to cars. Oh, 6 directions of movement. Okay. Got it. 6 directions of movement. I mean, maybe it's called 6 degrees as like a thing. I've not heard of it before. God, why would someone call it that? Well, there's degree already means something very specific. Italian languages suck. That's it. Just languages suck. I got nothing else to add to that. But either way, it sounds cool. Best of luck. Also, get some sleep. As I'm going to be very confused, probably in the future again. Space simulators use it? That's probably why I have no experience with it. Because I'm not much of a space simulator enjoyer, I guess you could say. So that explains things. Oh, it's... I see what I did there. You see those axes? Because there are 5 axis machines. So I'm sorry, do some places consider an axis both positive and negative as separate things? Is that what's going on? Because when you move something along the z-axis, it's up and down. It's positive and negative. X is positive and negative now. How do you have a 4th axis? That's outside 3D space, no? X, Y, Z, and then diagonal. But isn't that X, Y, Z just along X and Y? She's for metalwork. Okay. Right, because if you move along X and Y, you'll move diagonally. But it's another axis. I feel we're just overcomplicating things for no reason. I'll say it. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason. I just don't know the reason. But I don't have to know the reason. I can absolutely just give my uninformed opinion about things that don't matter. Look at CNC 5-axis. Okay, let's look at this. CNC 5-axis. What am I supposed to see? I don't know what I'm supposed to say. It's moving in 3 dimensions. In the 3rd dimension. In X, Y, and Z. This one's moving in X and Y, and then up and down Z. You want some commentary in your game about corporations doing shitty things while trying to appear as good? Oh, I mean, you can just use real world for yeah, examples of that. Yeah, lots of reference. So they just transformed rotations into axes. So they're just calling rotations axes. Basically. Got it. Like all of the rotation stuff, I would just call rotations, and I would not call it an axis. I would call it a rotation. Yeah. That's why the confusion. Like, it was rotating 360 degrees around one of the three axes. Still. So, that's all. I'm sure on the technical level, you're correct. I'm not doubting that. In my brain, it's still a rotation. If I had to use it, why can I not? If I had to use it, I'm sure I would use the right terms and all that. I don't have to use it. So I get it. That's cool. It's a cool machine, I will say. You know, I've not seen one like that before. I've only seen like the ones that are like top down, like move like, you know, up, you know, X, Y, Z, and like cut things out. I've only seen those machines. I haven't seen ones that rotate. So I wasn't even thinking about like rotation as a possibility. But apparently, yeah, rotations are a possibility, and they're considered axes. So you know what? I learned something. You know. Will I remember this? Debatable. Oh, because I'm pasting the wrong thing. That's why. But I did learn something. Came up with some stuff that people will either love or hate. I mean, with the internet these days, that is usually the only two options. Like making that police, I need branding, and it's corporate, private police, not official police, so you can't call them police. That's just called security. That's just security. So what happens to the spider? He either kills me or I kill it. That's the options. Otherwise, we have a multi-stage plan for the boss. In phase 1, he's gonna attack. Then once he's done with that phase, he's gonna spawn some spiderlings. The next stage, he's gonna attack and shoot a web that's gonna slow the player. Then after that, he's gonna spawn some spiderlings. Then he's going to attack and charge and shoot a web at the player. After which he'll spawn some spiderlings. And finally, the whole floor will be covered with a web that's going to slow the player, and then he's going to do charge and attack still. So, good luck. That's just good luck. Now I need to make sure it's beatable. So right. But yeah, we're redesigning basically the stages, because right now it's basically attack, then spiderlings, and then another stage with attack and charging only. So it's only like that little bit, but we're gonna make it all of that instead. Were you thinking about the Monster Hunter route, where he does everything at the end, and by attacking he takes away his you take away his abilities? Or $0? Yeah, you break away parts, but I'm not gonna have it where you break. This is the opposite. The more you damage him, the stronger he gets. Effectively. The last 25% is gonna be, more difficult than the first 25%. But also, it introduces. I feel like this is a good way of doing it, because basically, first you have to learn his regular attack pattern. Then you have to learn that he shoots a web and then attacks. So then you need to learn, oh, he now also has a charge attack, right? You're only learning about one new thing every time. And the last stage, you know how the web works, theoretically. And then you already dealt with these, so you should be better off, right? You've improved in knowledge every step you've gone past. No, this is a boss. Yeah, this is a one-time boss. Like, you'll be able to fight him multiple times when you do multiple runs, because it's a roguelike. But this is a boss. This is not a... I don't plan to make him a regular mob. No plans at the current moment. There we go. I love the jump. I love the leap. We got the leap back. Right, so this attack, this is basically stage 1. Why do I have no boss bar? I just realized, why is there no boss bar? If I bring you out, you. Why do I have no boss bar? The order is for recurring bosses, because then they are dangerous and you want to take them down. Regular boss, Souls-like, or just better problem. Other order is for recurring bosses. I'm not sure I follow. I don't know what you mean by Souls-like approach, because this is, again, right, this is a... Like, I beat Elden Ring, but I don't know what a Souls-like approach it means in relation to this. Monster has this thing that monsters will reappear and you can fight them multiple times. Oh, this doesn't happen. This is just like, hey, level 1's boss is this, or like this, or maybe I'll eventually I'll have an option like this or that, and you'll get one of them, kind of thing. But other than that, yeah, you're not gonna be like, oh yeah, I definitely want to, go for this or go for that kind of thing. Yeah, it's definitely not Monster Hunter. No, you don't. Again, it's a roguelike. It's like Hades, right? you beat the first boss every run. Assuming you're good, you beat the first boss every run. Or like once you get past it, right? It takes a few tries to get past the first boss, but then you start playing the first boss every single time. It's just like Hades and those kind of games. Something like Binding of Isaac, right? Boss appears only there, except in Boss Rush, but that's a different story. Or like, I guess technically the chest as well. Later on, they put bosses enemies. But point is, because it's a roguelike, you don't play through the game once and that's it. And the hope is for this guy to kill you multiple times. I will need to figure out something about the card drop mechanic around that, because if I plan for the player not to be able to kill the boss like on the first couple of attempts, potentially, as you know, you learn the mechanics, that means they won't get any cards. So I might introduce a shop or something, like in the hub. Then the learning phase on further encounters makes less sense. Why? They all have different mechanics. Why would the learning phase not make sense if the mechanics are all different? Because the next encounters, it's better to lower his HP and then go last stage from the start. Again, he doesn't reappear. Maybe I'm not I'm not explaining it well. Hey, all here, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, because it's a boss, just like in Hades. Yeah. And just like in Binding of Isaac. It's a roguelike. You fight the same bosses at certain points, or the same random few bosses at a certain points every time. Yeah. YouTube recommended me to you? Nice. YouTube's doing something well. You're welcome. I'm happy to help. Early stage of the boss is less interesting than when you already know how to fight it. That was your point.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
So you should be able to get through it quickly. So you should be able to get through it quickly. I mean, it's a consideration I'll keep in mind. And, you know, down the line when, you know, I'm going through it super quick. Or if I'm going through it super quick because it's simple. The point of them all is to not be more difficult necessarily, but to be different. Right? Because in the first one, he's going to be more aggressive with just attacks. In the next one, he's going to be a little less aggressive in attacks because he's taking time to do a projectile attack. So he's doing less attacks overall, but he's doing more of a like situational attacks. And the next stage, he's doing ramming attacks. Like mechanically, it's all different. So I don't fully agree, but I understand what you mean. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Oh yeah, I wanted to check the boss height. Why is that not spawning? I mean, it's not just he has enough, like more damage. Yeah, we're like I showed. He's getting full new attacks, and the like how his attack system is now going to be shooting a web and then attacking. Or someone's just shooting maybe multiple webs, or maybe he's going to do multiple attacks. I don't know. You know, we'll figure that out. But it's going to be very different than just being just aggressive and attacking. And then this one's going to be different still. I need to figure out what I need to think of what I do. Oh, that's why this is not working. I need to figure out what I do. I forgot what I was gonna say. This boss. Where am I using this? Oh, here as well. Okay, I need to do check hashtag boss. That's just weird taste of yours? Like you don't like bosses that just have a large XP pool? Well, yeah, I just showed that that's not what it is. I just showed like it has different mechanics for each stage. Now the spiderlings are gonna be a spiderlings, but that's like an in-between stage. That should be relatively quick. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, I just got past, you know, stage 1 or phase 1, phase 2 kind of thing. And maybe I won't have all the phases there. We'll see. We'll see. Here, so top. Get nicer, because I don't know why, but I'm gonna. Cool. Yeah, so that you're not in the demographic, basically. Yeah, it's fine. You don't have to be a demographic of roguelikes. Yeah, I enjoy roguelikes. I enjoy games like Hades and Binding of Isaac and all those. That's why I'm making one like that. If you don't like this kind of games, then yeah. And obviously what I'm doing is not going to appeal to you, which is fine. That is completely fine. If it is a boss, if it's not a boss and not a no elite. And random chance, yes, okay. So now I should be able to delete. Unreal, I just tried to delete. Okay, there we go. It took a while. Yay, one less variable. Good. Okay, so theoretically now we should get the health bar back. Yay, there's the boss bar. Okay, good. Now let's fix the complaint it has had for a while now, which is after damage taken. So I'm gonna need to change this whole thing. So I can do I'll leave this. So I need to basically tell it to do different things at different times. Okay, question 1. State tree. Set state tree? No. Set. Can I not? change the tree. I thought I could change the tree at runtime. Set state tree at runtime. I'm just gonna... I find this amusing. This is a Reddit post. It says 1 year ago. Okay, but if I go into the post, the comments are from 2 years ago. I saw the post technically. I think this is just, are they just rounding differently? I guess. I don't think state trees existed 2 years ago. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Start and stop logic. Since state tree event. That's not changing. Oh, you can delete the state. Okay, so it's not a like, okay. There's ways of doing it, but they're kind of workarounds. It's not a, you know, actually setting the value. Fine. So be it. When Google cached the page, it was 1 year ago and it did not update for a while. So it's not like a dynamic number. Got it. I thought it was dynamic. I guess not. Because otherwise then it has to cache the page, every single page on the entire internet. Versus just finding the information and then just posting on it. I mean, hey, you don't need to monitor the entire internet in real time. You just need to monitor the pages that you see, the things you see on the page, right? You find the links, like it finds the links, and then it just has a system that like takes the links and then just puts the information from those links on those. Because otherwise, yeah, you need to cache the entire internet eventually. Basically. So what we will need to do basically is for the combat, or like for the multi-phase combat, what I'll probably need to do is add a gameplay tag. And then do a conditional check to see if they have a gameplay tag to do that phase of the combat. So, for example, if they're doing phase set, like it's gonna be like 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? Like from top to bottom. If they're not in phase 7, then they're not. Then they're gonna check phase 6, then phase 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it's gonna do that one. Yeah, that'll be how we do it. Means we need to add some gameplay tags. Let's do AI.boss.face dot I just need to add 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., don't I? Might as well have a boss phase. 0, just in case. Phase 1. 2. 6. 7. 8. 9. Do we do a 10? Might as well. 10. Okay. Technically got 11 phases. So now what we do is we need to do two things. We need to add a condition for state trees that will enter it based on gameplay tag, and we can specify the gameplay tag. Unless that's already built in. Distance, enum, float, integer, random, bool. Has tag. Yes, I can already check that they have the tag. Okay. So I don't need to do that. But I just need to add, basically I need to add the correct tag based on the damage. So, I think we go with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Like this will happen and it will just trigger into here automatically. So really it's from 2 will trigger spider links, 3 will trigger, 4 will trigger this. Yeah. So we'll go from the next one. So what we need to do is health percentage to string. So float to string. And then we do a switch on string. No default. No, because this will be on literal I was gonna type in 75, etc., but no, that's bad. Because basically what I need to do is less or equal to 75, then less or equal to 50, and then less or equal to 25. I mean, it's not the end of the world to do this. But I need to do the other way, because he's... Because otherwise it would do this and never do the others. You would create an attack pool and then subtract attacks by percentage of HP. So you have 4 attacks above 80%, you subtract 3. The less HP you have, the less... Wait, what? Why would... I'm confused. So you want to make it so you could only do a certain amount of attacks? No, but the boss can do multiple types of attacks every single round. So no, that's not gonna work. We'll just do this. It's fine. And then we'll just do you. False, and then from false. This is fine. And then we just do add a gameplay tag. So this is going to be phase 2. 3, and then 4. Oh, whoops. Other way around. You and you, swap. There you go. So then I'll have the gameplay tag. There you go. If you want another attack boss can have, you just have to put it on the list and placement on the list decide when attack appear. I'm using state trees for controlling all my combat logic. I just need to tell it when I should do a certain group of movements and abilities, attacks, etc. That's all. So I can do that with a gameplay tag. I just need to assign it based on when I want to have it, which is based on the health of the mob. So I'm just doing a simple checking the health percentage and then adding and making it, you know, that. Basically. So that is looking good. But I want also another event graph. So this whole activated phase 2 is going to be slightly different. This is actually I need to clean this up a little bit. The whole spiderling stuff. So I probably just need to rename this. Spiderling's face. If you add another stage, you have to repeat all that work, right? I mean, the only thing I need to repeat is this, and just modify the percentages where I want to change this, and that's it. And then I just customize the next whatever stage I want to be however I want it. Which might include the attacks from before, which might not include the attacks before. Right? I have 100% customization and control over what I want the stages to be. I can make it so during this point, he just stands and does nothing. Or I could not. Or he can do something, right? So like I have full control of it. One list of attack types, so boss can pick from it. But shorten that list based on HP amount. But you're still need to check the HP, which is what I'm doing. So what's the difference? I feel like my way is simpler for me, at least. I don't know. Maybe your way is simpler for you, but yeah, for me, this makes more sense and is easier to manage and work with. Probably just a different preference on workflow. And then we do Spiderling's face. I don't do much right now, but we can certainly try. Software developer? Yeah, I'm not a programmer. I'm a technical artist. Artist first, right? So no abilities, no power-ups right now. So definitely not hitting very much. But it's fine for the test. Oh, so should be there. There it is. Okay, but okay, so you didn't quite. So he should go invulnerable Um. Okay, so yeah, there's stuff I gotta fix here. Yeah, figured. At what HP amounts you add attack types boss could do to the pool? Right now it's just every 25%. Just nice and simple. I go to phase 2 at 75%, 50%, and 25%. Nice and simple. Nothing super complicated on that one. What I want to do though is state tree. Stop logic. Base change. Stop the movement. Stop any animation override. Add the invulnerable attack, which means he should not be able to take any damage there. But I guess if I got him just under that threshold, I mean, so that's fine. Imagine this: you make a list that has 4 attack types, 8. And boss wants to attack, you pick one from that. But that's not that's just picking a random attack. I already have a system for that. But what I want to do is, instead of just like picking a random attack, I want to be like, okay, in this phase he just attacks and he picks from these random attacks. In this phase, he does first a projectile that checks that as long as he has a vision, he does the projectile, then waits a specific amount, then does the attack, and then does another attack maybe, but maybe he goes back to doing another projectile if there's enough range, and then I have like logic and situations. It's not like, oh yeah, pick a random. I don't want to do random stuff. Like I want to do all the logic, which is why I'm doing full AI state trees and all that. Yeah, not that basic. I don't need all this anymore. For each of these zones, enable spawner. I don't need to have the attack target on here anymore because they're not based off of attack target. So we can remove this. Remove the state. We just need to spawn them. Hey, Summer, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Divide H people by the amount of item. Well, now there's items in the list. Yeah, but what if I don't want to do it every 25? What if I want to do 75, 50, and then 40? Right? This way, I just have manual control over what I want. It's okay. This is fine for me. Right? I happen to just choose every 25 for simplicity's sake. But if later on I'm like, you know what? Stage 1, because it is the simplest stage, maybe it's a little bit, you know, it takes too long. Let's make stage 4 40% of the combat, and then let's make, right, then I can just adjust the values exactly where I want them. So I don't want to do like just divide by a number or however many. Yeah. It's okay. I do things differently, and that's okay. Yeah, but in your case, you every 20%, but I don't want that. Use Unreal Engine to make a structure out of wood and chicken wire. What? Oh, okay, so you made it in in Unreal, and you're recreating in the real world. Okay. You added a cat as the main character to Unreal to test it. Wait. What is the structure made of wood and chicken wire? Is it a chicken coop? Yeah, I absolutely focus on the fun aspect. Yeah, if I want to just do like a mathematical formula, I just do some math. I want to make the game fun, and that's it. And I want to be able to control how different aspects work. Absolutely. Right? Because if one of the stages I want, like I come from the user point of view first, right? So if I'm like, oh crap, you know what, stage 1, it's okay, but I feel like it needs to be there because it's kind of a quick one. Then I can be like, okay, let's make stage 1 20%. But the next stage will be like 30% of the time. And tweak the values. Right now, I just did it again, 25%, just to make sure that it all works nice and simply. I have dividers. It's great. This should work, but we'll need to test that. Okay, let's see what's going on. It goes out of your living room window on a platform that's 2 feet by 3 feet. Then sideways a giant pen that will have ledges and walkways and stuff. Test it as a cat to make sure they can use it. Test it as a cat. I think you said test it with a cat to make sure they can use it. Awesome. So you're basically making a what are the little rooms for cats? Like they can walk. I've seen. I don't know if they have a name, to be fair. I don't even know how to search for the stuff. Yeah, this. You're doing stuff like this, basically. From my understanding, right? But obviously not just on one wall. It goes around, and the cats can kind of walk between areas, right? You say outside your window, go outside the window and stuff. As a cat in Unreal. Have a good night, Batman. Yeah, get some rest, get some sleep. Yeah, this stuff. Okay. But it's in Unreal. Okay.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Like, if I owned a place and I had cats, I would absolutely do this. I don't own a place, and nor do I have cats, so I don't do this. It's a cute little cat on Fab that has animations. Oh, okay, got it. See, that's why I was getting confused, because I was like, I didn't think like you got a cat in Unreal, so I thought you meant you got a cat in real life, or you're making it for the cat, but then you kept saying Unreal. No. Lack of information. I was confused. There's one cat's game on PlayStation. You were upset that jumping as the cat was predefined, so you could not fail the jump. I mean, yeah, depending on the kind of game it is, yeah, it'd be nice to like fall, but if that's not a big part of the mechanic, then I can see why they wouldn't have it like be able to fall. Did Stray? I don't think Stray be able to. I don't think with Stray you could fall in places you couldn't. I think they blocked the way. You had predefined places where you can jump over things and onto things. I didn't mind that, I think. That's the game. Oh yeah, I love Stray. Stray's great. Yeah, I actually have a poster of Stray in my bedroom. Sort of like the posters up here. Oh, they're still doing a guts. Yeah, you should be redeeming. Yeah. Okay, so if you don't know, so go to fab.com. For whatever reason, you will be logged out because Fab is garbage. But you click this little icon, and then it will realize, oh no, you're actually logged in and you're fine. And now you're logged in. And now if you scroll down, you can see limited time free, and you can grab all these. Limited time free. So until April 22nd, you grab these stuff. And make sure when you're selecting them, just select the professional license, not the personal license. And then grab those. Hey, this is a nice one. Like, pretty one. I actually made... There was a environment that I worked on for Star Trek that was basically like this. This kind of stuff. Let's see. It's a terrible picture, but yeah. I worked on this environment for the LED wall. Blurry as hell because the camera's moving, but I'm the one who did the layout for all of those rocks, and I did some of them myself, or all the whatever they're called. They're like the pools of light. I set up the materials for it. Set up a bunch of like fake decal materials for like the torches in the back and other stuff. But that environment reminds me of this because it has the same the stuff, same kind of stuff as that environment. Because a lot of caves that are like this all have the same stuff. Right, stuff. Could have used it. If it was around back then. The more you work on a game, the less fab you use because it's hard to have consistent art style. Yeah, a lot of times I would recommend for people to get models, but not like materials or things of that nature from like fab. Obviously, if you're an artist or you're hiring someone, that's a different story, but like just random stuff, right? You can always make a model look in the style that you want, unless you have very stylized models. But it's hard to, grab like materials and all that and make them all fit together. They don't change monthly. They change every 2 weeks. They change every 2 weeks, unfortunately. I wish it was monthly. Yeah, they basically said screw you to people and made it so it's every 2 weeks. You mean a master material based on YouTube tutorial? Nice. You like using meshes already created, but you often have to change the aspects of colors to fit. Oh yeah, absolutely. Got a program I may want. It's free for 30 days. We can make a new email address if you really want it, called Character Creator 4. Illusions. I mean, my problem is I don't want human characters. first of all, right? So in my case, probably not. This looks... I mean, it has some stylized stuff. Go away. But I want animations. My problem is animations. Right? If this doesn't come rigged and animated, it's useless to me. That's my problem right now, is I need animated stuff. So having a character is like cool, but built-in animation makers. I see face rig. I don't see... I'd want to see it. Because they all have... They're all humanoid characters. They're all on 2 feet, which is fine, but does limit things. But if it... I would need to, yeah. Optimize UVs, all that good stuff. Body rigs and skinning. Yeah, so it comes rigged. Shader, morph. Animation. Topology for animation. This is not animation. Eyes are equipped with animation friendly. That's not animation. Texture animation, no. Scan to animation is not it. I don't see anything about them being animated. And I would be very surprised if they had like animations that like for like... I would need it to be rigged and animated for like game combat and stuff like that. I really doubt. This is it. Oh man. Thank you so much for the gift sub. I really appreciate it. Humanoids, you can play around, just need skeletons, and then you can pull mix-em animations. Yeah, but transferring to a random skeleton that's like not an Unreal skeleton will be more of a pain in the ass. Right? The number does not move? What do you mean it doesn't move? I'm pretty sure it was 7 out of 8. And now it says 8 out of 9. What do you mean? It went up. Yeah, see, earlier in the stream was 7 out of 8, so it went up to 8 out of... Yeah, see, it worked. It went up. Everything's good. And it doesn't move because, you know, people don't subscribe. That's why. Yeah. I think I have like 4 to 6 people that are like renewed, and after that, then it's like, oh, if someone wants to like gift a sub or sub like as an extra thing, then people do. Is that transfer animation a new tool in Unreal? Like, no, it's like 5.4, I believe. Well, no, you could transfer animation. Is just easier in 5.4 to transfer like Mixamo to base skeleton to Unreal skeleton, or vice versa. So it has like support for that just built in. That makes it super simple. But if it's a separate rig entirely, then you have to go through the entire system. Yeah. You have to like set up the joints, figure out what matches, name everything. It's a whole process. But like 5.4, I believe, is when they made it, so it's more automated. Use Mixamo skeleton and Mixamo animation. But yeah, but if that has skeleton built in, then you're not going to use the Mixamo skeleton, because why would you remove the skeleton that's already built for it and is good for it for something else? Because then you need to reskin it, and that's a whole process. And depending how complicated your character, it goes into a whole, web of things. It goes into a whole web of things. He doesn't attack. Disappear. I don't need to do the gravity scale thing. Don't need to do the state of attacking. I do need to remove the invulnerability tag. And don't need to do this anymore. Okay. Okay. This is set of phase 3 spawn location. It's just next phase. Next phase. Spawn location found. Next phase spawn location. I think we're good. Or we're gonna find out. Oh, hold. Get teleport animals. This goes off weapon stats, which gets 3 and 4. I guess it's already built. I already built into it. So I guess it's fine. Okay, I might want to change that. Hold on. Let me take a look at it's on the spider now. You plan at some point to publish builds for this project? Oh yeah, it's already available on my Patreon every month. I publish a package build for on Patreon every month for people that want to support the game and the development of it. They can try out the latest version of wherever it is, and I release monthly devlogs as well. Yeah, we're doing a full rework of the AI, so it's gonna be a lot better come around the first of next month. But yeah, I'm now trying to release it on the first of the month. It used to be on the first Sunday of the month, but now I'm trying to do it on the first, whatever day that is. So in 2 weeks we'll have a new version. They're all good. Trying to build it. Yeah, building a the amount of people that have asked for a tutorial for like a city and stuff is high. I would love to do that. I would love to have a team of people and like, several months to do it. It would be so nice. I start RAM and yeah. So these two, I think I want to put them here. Which means I need. So this now gives me a tax D. I really should add some more attacks here to have them for bosses in case I want to add, like, introduce more. Things like the projectile does not need to have its own attack. At least it does. Yeah, it does. Which, I mean, it's going to have it under B. Projectile attack. In case I want more special attacks than 2, it might be a good idea to add some more. Earlier than rather than later. City's not really that hard to make. The issues you have, you want a building generator, but apply it citywide? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's extremely difficult. That takes a, you'd want like a team of people and like that's like a full company like project to do. It's not like, oh yeah, let me get like a single guy to do a tutorial for. So that's why I haven't done it. Found some algorithms to organically generate roads. Then on point clusters that are left, you can generate buildings. The problem is that your buildings are only square. Yeah, exactly. Because you need the buildings to also to somewhat contour to the shape of the street, right? So yeah, it's like a whole thing to do it. It is not simple. It is definitely not simple. Let's add. So we have basic projectile and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more unique attacks. I don't think I'll need more than that. So let's use that as our thing. Yeah, the weapon can have, quote unquote, weapon can have all of that. Lots of math, yeah. I mean, there's a higher chance of you getting it done than me. I'll tell you that, because I am not, not a programmer. I'm not a mathematician. So, in high school, I used to help teach trigonometry, but after that, it's been how many years? You think I don't remember any of it. I don't remember any of it. Okay, so we're back to this. You're afraid of PCG consistency over time because you don't want your town to change drastically when you update the game. Oh yeah, PCG is changing all the time. Yeah, it's gonna change, probably. Things might break. It's in beta, right? You got to be okay with that because beta. So you need to be able to okay with like potentially updating it or changing some variables or whatever else. As you would with any beta. Okay, so we want to go to character base. And then we want to do character info, weapon stats. Okay. Fine there. Okay. So now we need a few more options. So here we go. So on this one, oh, it's because input attack type needs more. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we need more here. Up to G. F, G. F. Look, I know the alphabet up to G. So good. Aren't I the best? I just, oh, so good. It's such a high alphabet. Also, but also you just need PCG to generate the city once, right? Depending on the game. Yes. Yes and no. Something like a city, you would not want to be generated once and just leave it in the world. You'd want to be done at runtime with like world partition type stuff. So you'd want it to be generating at runtime, which means that you couldn't like generate it in a previous version and just plonk it into a new version of the engine. Because just, you don't want to have the entire thing loaded at once, right? So you definitely want to make sure it's updated. Travis, to place buildings yourself, you have an idea of having a flooded city. Also, that's why people would use flying cars. Yeah. Or they just, want flying cars because everyone wants flying cars. Even though that is the unsafest thing imaginable, which is why we don't have it. For any games or just open world game? For any larger game, you'd want to do partitioning. It entirely depends on the type of game, right? So if you're doing like a room-based game, then you could just load each room separately. If you're doing like, oh, I can run around and like there's a giant like forest, then depends on how big it is. Same thing with a city. Like if it's just like a single block of a city, you could theoretically have it all in and like do like in chunks. Like maybe one side of the street versus another side of the street in case you're looking only on one. You can unload it, or like if you go inside a building, if that's a thing. So it all depends on the kind of game and what your game mechanics are. If you're going like even on a single street, if you're going into different buildings, you might want to unload the buildings you're not inside of. So in which case you'd want to like have those separately and generate it for like as a separate thing that you can unload and load in. If for an open world, a city, you can use PCG just to generate a city once. That's your city, or do you need runtime for that? So no, you can't partition an already generated city, basically. So the way PCG works is all it does is it gives you a instant static mesh component for inside of an actor. Use an instant static mesh component for every single asset, but it is one actor. Your entire PCG graph is one actor. Unless you're using it to spawn other actors, you can spawn other actors in using PCG, absolutely. But otherwise, it is one actor. So unless you use partitioning or whatever it's called inside of PCG, I don't remember, but effectively it's partitioning. It will always be one thing, which means if you look like, which means if you have like, there's 4 spheres, right? And your character just happens to be looking this way, all of these other ones are still loaded because the actor is loaded. So even if you're looking like all here, see all, or here, right? You're loading the actor. That's the thing. So, right, so in a case where you're having, like, you go into, like, these are buildings, and you go inside this building, you might want to go, like, oh, I don't need these buildings now. I'm going to unload them. And you might want to do that using level instancing or what's it called? I forget what it's called. Under levels. Level streaming. Not layers. Levels. So you do level streaming here, and you can control this with blueprints if you wanted to. So you can load a section and unload a section. But depending on the kind of game you want, yeah, you might want to have it as live generation and partitioning, or just as separate things. But then, right, you need to plan for that ahead of time before. CDPE adopted UE5. CDPE. CDP. Oh, do you mean CDPR? CD Project Red? Yeah, they're using. They're moving to UE5. Yep. Cyberpunk is unique in some ways. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Usually open world games would only check 360 degrees around you, where you can see, etc. Yeah. But they also unload things like way in the distance, usually. Depends what it is, right? Because if you need to see like out to see a forest or whatever it is, right? You'd still probably see it, but at a certain distance, it would probably be billboards and things like that. Good explanation. Didn't expect that.
Pausing for ads.
Didn't expect that from you. Good job. Because this is one thing I can actually, like, I understand and I can explain. If it's something that I can, like, easily explain, then yeah, I'm gonna do it. But this is what happens when you don't force an explanation out of me, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can explain that. I know a way of doing it. And you ask the right questions, right? You gotta ask the right questions for me, like, oh yeah, okay, so in this scenario you do this, in this scenario you do that. Yeah, what you were doing like months ago was like, I'm giving you this topic. Give me a 60-second clip. That's like, that's what I meant first. Sounds like an insult? Oh, that's normal from your guts. Yeah, that's, yeah. Yes, you meant CDPR, yeah. Oh, that's a short for you. I don't know if that would be an interesting short, I'll be honest. Games often limit what you render. So to just render what's inside the camera. Yeah, Unreal does that by default. It has frustum culling by default. But even then, if you load the actor, it loads that, right? If you load a static mesh, and the static mesh happens to continue behind you, you'll still be loading that part. I haven't posted one in a while, dude. I haven't had anything that I found would be good for a short in a while. That's why I'm posting. Like, I haven't had any like funny like moments or any like no one's really asking questions that I'm explaining. That would be like good to put up. So yeah, I haven't. I just didn't know what to put, so I haven't done anything for a while. Oh, I have no idea. I've only I saw like a short about it that apparently the Oblivion remake was leaked, but aside from that, and like a screenshot that I saw through a video, I know nothing about it. It's not that easy because stuff outside the camera can include what is inside the camera. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yep, absolutely. I should check. So Hugh. Oh, good. I should check the character. Okay, good. So I think we should be fine. So now that I've moved it, so the whole reason I moved it was because element. You. Oh, enemy skills. That's why. That's where it is. Or someone did a cruel job by recreating Oblivion scenes, but did someone specify that was made in Unreal? Because from what I was hearing, it was just like Bethesda is just making a remake of it, but I didn't hear anything about specifically what engine they're using, because they just found like screenshots or stills or whatever it is from the remake on their website, but I don't. Yeah, because here. Yeah, it's a remaster, and it's just it's a leak of images, but no mention of Unreal here. Where did you like hear Unreal? Because the only thing that has been leaked are pictures. Everything else is speculation. Unless one of the pictures specifically shows Unreal Engine as a picture. Right. There's no way. And like I saw this. Like, it's a good upgrade. I will say it is much like it's more realistic, but it's also not as saturated and like vibrant. It's a little more dull and more brown. Like, this is really pretty. I'll move myself a little over. Right, like this is pretty and green. Like, that's nice white and like beautiful lush green. This is just brown. Like, I'd rather have the left than the right, because it's a separate thing. Just Google Skyrim and Unreal. Yeah, but there's a bunch of people that are recreating that stuff in Unreal. Yes, but this specifically there's no mention of this being done. Yeah, some other people are, Yeah, everyone does a recreate X in Unreal. Like there's X game in Unreal. Lots of people do that. So yeah, but this specifically, what I'm talking about. That one. Yeah, it's teleport. Was that? Where am I using this? Why is that the only one? That should not be the only one. Cast roar. And then it does. Oh, I just have it hard coded here. That's why. Let's not have that hard coded. Let's just do this. Get 0. There we go. Two hours of sleep left. What are you doing up if you needed to go up? Get up at that. What? Why are you even still up? If you need to wake up and at 8 a.m., why are you? You mad lad. So someone could make a scenery in Unreal and then fake saying it's Bethesda League? Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. When you do interesting stuff, you forget to sleep. I have never had this problem. Sleep is time, best time. Just, you know, sleep is awesome. So a couple of things. I feel like I want him moving more. Like, I want him moving more and potentially being a little more aggressive. So I want him, like... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that worked. Cool. Theoretically, after 2 or 3 minutes, he should come down. Even with no spiders. Like, there's a time limit. So just as a backup. You not sleep for 8 days straight? That is... I mean, you start hallucinating after, like... At 48 hours, I believe, you start to hallucinate. Like, not much. You start hallucinating more and more as you go on. That's insane. Happy to see, or happy to hear the brain surgery went well. Yeah, I am very much a lover of sleep. See, I've never had problems sleeping. So this doesn't usually happen. How do I have 2 of these that are both drunk form? This like never happens where I don't finish one and open another. What happened? On 8th you fell asleep. Zorla juice. Yep. I think I do want to make it so I need to figure out how to make the spiderlings. Oh, why did you land there? What happened here? Ah, oop. Okay, well, I realized one problem. So next phase start. I forgot to add a do once here. First of all, do once won't work here because it's a function. Do once won't work here because it's a function. I need. Make a variable called current phase. It will be an integer. And we're going to check that the current phase is equal to, here is going to be equal to 3. If it's 3 and this is accurate, then we go to 4. This is going to be 2. And then we just do. But we're not giving it a we're not giving it another phase. So what we could do here is current phase S+. I could also do a check for gameplay tag, but this just felt easier than dealing with gameplay tags. Because that would be like on the chain, and I just didn't want to. Instead of current, use last. Yeah. What do you mean? If it is the third phase and the health is right, then it's gonna go to phase 4. So it's checking the phase that it's at right now. If I checked it was if it's phase 2, then this would trigger, and I don't want that. So that takes care of that. Why did he? Oh, I think I know why. The line trace for objects. Yeah, because this is I did it from here. Get game mode reference. Get player reference. Plug that in. We need to spawn on the player. Let's say you should just calculate the phase, and then you run different one using switch, but only a phase change. Yeah, this is the phase change. This is the phase change. So that seems good. That should work now. Also, let's go the time here. Finding event, but we're creating a timer here, right? Force, base force, start time. It's 120, which is 2 minutes. I'll make it 60 seconds. All right, I actually need to do damage to you, so we get you to the next phase. Hey, don't move out of the way. I said it. I said the problem. And then I didn't do the thing that I said was going to be the problem. Which is I'm not giving it current phase 1 by default. There we go. I was like, yeah, I'm going to need to make sure that I set current phase to 1 by default. And I never said it. Yep. Nope. Excellent. So in a minute, he should fall on my head. Make one function that takes the HP and returns the phase number. But again, how would it know the phase number? I'm telling it where the phases are in the like where I showed. How would it know where the phase is? Unless I give it an array of stuff. But again, how does it know that phase X is at certain HP? Right? That's what I'm doing with the comparison. With a branch at certain HP values. I'm telling you, this is phase 2, this is phase 3. And I can't do a switch because I need to do less than or equal to. There we go, on my head. Oh man, okay, how much damage does that attack do? Hold on a second. Why did I just get one shot by that? Oh, oops. Why do I... Oh. Find location. Ah, okay. It's a single responsibility principle. You make a function that only calculates the stage, and other parts of your code to take stage is about. Why would I make 2 functions that I could do in 1? That seems like I have to deal with 2 functions now instead of 1. Because it's not exactly a complicated function. So I don't see a point to, personally. Right, like this is not complicated, so I'm good. I should promote these two variable. This is going to be phase 4 health. Let's do phase 3 health. Phase 2 health. I'll put it under phases. Oh, I already had a thing called phases. Phase health. Phase start percent. I don't know. Good enough. So phase 2 will start right now at, let's see, I'll do simply at 75, 50, but I'll probably end up shortening phase 2 to be like starting at probably like 15 or 20. That should be good. Here's just simplifying your code because the more you have, the harder it will be to maintain. I mean, here's what I all need to maintain. Change this number. You know, I could do instead of 75. Okay, I want it to be like at 80 now. Done. Ta-da! Nice and simple. Let's test that. Go to 80. Should work. Then now it only takes 20%. Yeah, he definitely needs to be more aggressive right now. Why did that not work? Why did that not work? Oh. Because I did the thing again where I make stuff and I don't plug them in. God damn it. I always do this. I always make things that I don't plug them in. If after a year of working on it, you will realize old programming joke. I mean, I'm not a programmer, so probably not. But I'm not a coder, so. I doubt I would realize anything because I probably will never know it. In terms of time, like not actual work time, but in terms of like time, I've been working on this game for a year now. There we go. Yeah, it works. It works. All good. Perfection. So now we can have phase 1 basically at 20%. The next phase would be well, let's say 50. And the last one will be like 20%. I don't know, something like that. So we'll have like 20, 30, 30, 20. Yeah, it's over a year now, but not by much. You've been here for a while now? Yeah, you've been here now probably for about a year, right? Because I think you started like either like, you know, end of March or sometime in April. I'm gonna guess. When I started this project, only me and God knew how everything works. Not only God knows. No, I still know how everything works. I sometimes forget where something is, but I still know how it works. Or no, that's not true. I occasionally forget how how something works, because past me was more clever than current me. There's been times where I forget something, but that's because my current me thinks of a stupider way of doing something than past me. You watched me before joining Discord, and Discord shows. Well, the thing is, I started streaming the game in March of last year. So like I started like I think like on the 5th, 6th, something like earlier, like I think first week. But once you do something, you learn from it, and next time you want to simplify, streamline the approach. Oh, I had the opposite effect. I don't really simplify or streamline approaches. I just change what I'm doing or how I want things to work, and then I'm like, okay, now that I want things to work differently, then I'm like, okay, let me do this. Doesn't work anymore. Let's change the entire thing. I have that a lot. I remember there. So a bit ago, I had a my deck builder. I introduced a new section here, and I couldn't figure out why things weren't working when I introduced a third section, and that's because, and I was trying to find a function where I'm like, where am I adding the card from one to the other? And because it was set with 2, they were just reading each other, and they were perfect harmony, and so I forgot that I was more clever in the past, and I just forgot that I did it that way. And so the current me was too stupid that I was like, oh, yeah, I'm stupid. And so I was like, okay, then I remembered. Right, past me was more clever. March 6th, yeah, that sounds like around when I started streaming, like the day I started streaming. So if you're saying you were there since then, I don't. I need to make it where if I'm hit, like if it hits me on the way, I need to stop them or it hits something. I need to stop them from going sideways, because basically they're continuing trying to move forward. Yeah.
Asa here. Pausing for ads.
First time you watched me was master material. Then yeah. Okay, then. Oh, that's right. Before, yeah, I was doing some. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, that was before. Then that was before March, I think. You got to watch me talk to myself a lot during that time, because I don't think anyone was watching me during that time at all. Like, I don't have many people watch me these days, but back then it was like, I don't think it was anyone in chat. Maybe like occasionally one person would show up or something, or say something. So the fact that you were there at all is impressive. You should do the most important job. You have a schedule. I mean, yeah, mostly because I have a full-time job, and so I can only stream basically during this time. Because, yeah. I remember that red ugly thing with that hideous camera. Red ugly thing. I don't know what you're talking about. What is the red ugly thing? The camera angle wasn't very different from what it is now. Maybe just be a little different, but the camera was different. So that, you know, so that's does a lot. I don't know what you mean by the red ugly thing. protagonist? You lost me, Guts. You lost me. But yeah, I have a schedule, so yeah. Was a red head, wasn't it? I have zero idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about, Guts. I'll be honest. What redhead? What protagonist? What are you talking about? Have a good one, Madman. Hey, somebody. Let's make the let's make wait duration 0.35 and more aggro. What is this new property that I have that I, for some reason, I have this new property? Delete. Good, you don't remember. Let's keep it that way. Of course I don't remember. You're asking me about something that's like over a year ago. What kind of memory do you think I have? I have a memory of a goldfish. Actually, that's insulting to goldfish. Do you want to know what I did at work today? I do too. I don't remember what I did at work today. Some things got done. I think. I remember at the end of the day, I checked the performance of the environment I'm working on, and all of the stats are under 4 milliseconds except the GPU, which is at 7 milliseconds, and I was satisfied with that. Funny because you remember things from 20 years ago? I remember things that I have any interest in or care about, then I tend to remember them. But if it's something I don't care about, then I'll never remember it. Like, you could genuinely, I cannot tell you anyone's hair color that I know. Like, you can ask me, like, anyone that I know or see or anything, and ask me what their hair color is, I couldn't tell you. I will go off stereotypes. Same, I don't even try with eye color. That's definitely, I'm like, everyone has brown eyes. I don't know. Like, I just don't care. Right? So, yeah, if it's something I care about. The first version of my game. Oh, is that what you're talking about? Oh, okay. See, I didn't even connect that. Yeah. Yeah, the game jam version of the game. Yeah. I didn't know that's what you were talking about. I know what that is. Where's the first one? This image, sorry. Hey, Nastya, one. Yeah, if anyone, I've shown it a few times. This is the game jam version of the game. Look, you don't like this camera angle? What's wrong with this camera angle? Some things you'll notice have stayed the same. Oh, I'm supposed to be picking up the blood thing, or yeah, I'm not gonna be able to kill anything. Game dev version, the camera is cuffed. Hey, it was my second game jam ever, and the first game jam in like half a decade. This is the game. This is what started the whole game. That's a one way. I've gotten 0 power-ups. There's power-ups that I can get from these guys at random. get this, that. Yeah, now I'm getting more powerful. I'm absorbing more blood. Give me. And look, the whole camera effect, right? Where you cut things out. It was even back there. Back then. I'm trying to find the boss. Oh, look at that. I can get double jump. You know, the thing that is very useful here. Double jump. There you go. Look, I can just double jump. What a useful ability. Out of anything I could have gone, I got double jump. Okay, knockback this time. You know, at least you got something better. And I believe when you say anyone can do game dev, see, finally, Guts. Oh, here's the boss. Look, here's the boss. See? Look at him. Oh, he hits hard. Oh, God. I can knock back, though. He scales off of how much blood was picked up by enemies and stuff. It was HP. Oh, crap. Oh, I lost. Look, I think it's good. I think it's good still. Anyone can do game dev. And now we have this guy. And now he's a little more aggressive. I basically reduced the delay. I need to adjust the... I have the bunny hop weight. But I don't have the bunny hop distance exposed. So we need to add a few variables here. Bunny hop min distance. Why am I typing bunny hop here? Bunny hop max distance. Do you think that in 1 year you're going to completely... It's gonna have a completely different game? No. I do not. And I say I do not because I like the game. I like where the game is going. Like, I'm not gonna remove like the entire deck builder, right? I'm not gonna change it from a roguelike to something else. But like, it's like I have many ideas, and like what I choose, right, can change. But as time goes on, I am narrowing a little more and a little more and a little more. I'm not widening the scope completely to it. Like, you think in 1 year you are doing a completely different game? Like, I'm assuming, I thought you meant like in a year, am I going to be working like on a game that's completely different? Like different mechanics. So I read it correct, but I don't think I understood it correct. Your weight is a different. Why is he complaining about? That's not. Stop complaining. Is this 1 year equals this year that has passed the first version to now? Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to understand. I don't think I understand what still. There you go. So that's the bunny hop. Why is it? I feel like it needs to be further, like more. I'm sorry. Yeah, you asked me if I'm going to be working on a different game in a year. Like, I assume that you mean by in a year is the game going to be different. Like, and I don't think it's going to be that different. Because I don't think I'm going to be making, like, big changes like I did from the game jam version to this one. Like, this is a completely, like, almost completely different game. The idea I had back then is this idea, though. But, yeah, if you don't mean that, then I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry. I got you lost too. Sad. It's okay. If I did like 5,000 on the distance, is it gonna work? I want to see a big bunny hop. That's a big bunny hop. Hold on a second. Min radius, max radius. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's kind of what I wanted to do. It might be a little fast, because the distance might be a little high. But, now we're getting him moving around. I want the spider to be like maneuverable and agile. I don't know why I want the spider to be agile. Okay, that's a little spazzy. That's a little spazzy. Maybe I will bring it back down a little. The problem is he goes in when he does the little dash across. Or this is the same thing for all mobs, right? Because it's such a small dash. For that one frame, he goes into his like falling animation. It's not, and so that makes that a little spaz. And I basically would need to set it up where they get a gameplay tag that probably just says like dashing or something else. And then during the gameplay tag, I make it so they cannot move to the jump animation or the fall animation until they have landed, and then they gets reset. And that should fix the little spaz animation, which should make it a lot better. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Tomorrow. That's what we'll do tomorrow. But you know, spiders, you know, getting more interesting. Yeah, we'll set that up tomorrow, and we'll do and we will what's it called? Start phase 2, which is going to be shooting the projectile, shooting the web, and getting that to like pop. Yeah. I'm kind of glad that I reduced the price on those, like on the camera stuff and for a lot of stuff. Not the ping though. You're redeeming the ping plenty, but the other stuff. If I think of others, if I think of, I know you want the ping. You have the ping. It's just, you know, still the same price as it was before. If there is a new thing that you can think of, you know, that'd be fun to add, I'm all open to, you know, hearing it out, to potentially add it. You know, sound effect, stream effect, general thing that's unrelated to anything. You know, feel free to make suggestions. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, same time. And yeah, hope you guys have a lovely rest of your night. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.